And with that, everyone broke off into small groups. It just introduced Lars Bronson. Talking, laughing, basically killing time until we knew what we were supposed to be doing. I'm so glad he showed up. The whole vibe of the group instantly changed and we all became partners instead of strangers. There was a new electric charge in the air and everyone was more relaxed but pumped for the upcoming experience. Alright, what should I do now? Talk, I fucking guess. I think it's funny, we're in episode 3 and there hasn't been any, puzzles or anything. I'll walk over to the fireplace where they're chilling. Just look at Pierce and Kang though. God, thirsty much? They're all over Lars, making any excuse to poke or touch the guy. It's pathetic, but I also feel a bit jealous. Just in time. Hi, Adam. Would you guys give Lars some breathing space? Like vultures. As if you aren't over there with an agenda of your own. What agenda? All I know is we should call it a day and have a threesome already. Pierce laughs jokingly, but I think Lars and Kang can sense that he's not completely kidding. There are 4 of us here, Pierce. I thought you had to be able to count to be a personal trainer. You're a personal trainer? Yeah, you know that gym 24/7 Fitness? That's where I work. Oh yeah, the one down here? That's a huge gym. And it's crazy busy. I'm new, but I'm starting to get a bunch of steadies. Sounds like prostitution. Hey, don't hate because you just kept... Hey, don't hate just because you can't keep up with me. I think he means steady clients. Obviously. And I'm certain I can keep up. Perhaps you can't tell from the suit, but I think you'd be pretty happy with what you saw underneath it all. Besides, that gym is merely a front for a bathhouse, more or less. The stories I hear about that place? Frightful. It ain't so bad. That's why I feel right at home there. Guys, I think we're all veering away from the point here. But it's fun, isn't it? What about you, Lars? Where do you work out? You know, as a personal trainer, I can meet clients at their gyms or their homes. Alright, so although I'm flattered, I'm good, thank you. I have a terrific personal trainer working with me that I've known now for years. Sometimes I request that he travel overseas with me so we can continue our workout plan. Anyways, not to brag, it's not a secret, he's a celebrity coach and trainer. So he's used to working with my crazy schedule. But man, oh man, speaking of which, I'm just so glad to be here with you all. I've been so stressed from work. When my request was accepted and I got the invite for tonight, I just about yelled. No way, they put you on the waiting list too? That's so uncool, man. No, I don't mind. I don't think any of us should have special treatment. Well, the point is you're here now and it'll be fun tonight. We'll make it fun, I say with a smile. I have the feeling we're going to break the escape time record tonight, without a doubt. Right, gentlemen? I'm in. Sounds good to me. With me here to guide us, I'm sure we stand an excellent chance. I work as a real estate agent, but in my spare time, escape rooms have been my latest obsession. I've driven to Orange County and even further to try as many escape rooms as possible. There have been some awful and some exceptional ones, but none of them compare to Escape Mansion WeHo. We all grin at each other. There's definitely excitement in the air tonight. Vince, Earl, and Lucky stood chatting to the left side of the fireplace, sheltered by a corner of books. They appeared to be in serious conversation, and Adam was unsure if he should interrupt. Oh, hey, Adam, what's up? Not much. What are you guys talking about? Nothing. Nothing, really. Ooh, sounds exciting. Speaking of exciting, I hope they start this soon. It's not like we've been waiting that long. It's only been 15 minutes since Lars got here. Actually, we were just getting to know each other, right, guys? Vince was just telling us how things have been for both of you as actors so far. Well, actually, I started out as a Nowgram celebrity, more or less. 2 million followers. Impressive. Earl nods his head, seeming intrigued as where this was going. Wow, that many, huh? I don't have as many as that. I'll probably never even get close to that number, but maybe someday I'll have at least triple what I have now. That would be cool. If that's what you even want. Oh, it's awesome. It's opened so many doors for me. I mean, the encouragement from my fans is what made me move out to LA. But I'm open-minded. I'm pursuing acting, but maybe I can be a model or a motivational speaker or a celebrity personal trainer for Lars. I smile smugly. The world is your oyster, huh? Hope not. I think oysters are gross. Haha. Well, I work in the video game industry, and like you, someday I hope to work on a masterpiece that the whole world remembers. It's really boosted my confidence. I mean, being surrounded by like-minded people. Good for you, Lucky. I'm sure we'll all make it out of there. What about you, Earl? Do you want to be famous? Honestly, I think I'd rather be infamous. Haha. Vince and Lucky chuckle along with Earl, but I don't really get it. I'm done. I'm done talking. I start to wonder if we might need more scotch. Ow, that hurt! A strange noise accompanied by static vibrated throughout the library, causing everyone to stop dead in their tracks. A second or two pass, then a deep, distorted male voice crackles into existence.
Good evening, gentlemen, and thank you for your patience. Welcome to Escape Mansion WeHo. I'm glad each of you was able to make it tonight and will begin shortly. Most of you are new, so first we'll go into the format and eventually the ground rules for tonight. Escape Mansion WeHo is known for its unique format. Unlike any other escape room, you'll have 9 hours to escape and achieve success. The reward for success, you ask? The experience, of course, and your life.
Jesus Christ, intense! Shit, I'm nervous, guys.
Each room is locked from the inside by large metal doors. Solve the puzzles in a room and you should be able to unlock it and move into the next room. There are several rooms to solve before you can reach the final room and exit. At which point the final room opens back up to the reception area where you'll collect your things and gratefully get out.
The PA crackles for a second.
There is also a second method to escape this nightmare, but perhaps if you learn something, you'll figure out how.
Ooh, sending chills up my spine. This is already better than my first experience. I'm thrilled right now.
But don't be intimidated, gentlemen. This is supposed to be fun, and I'd like you to enjoy your limited time here. I tried to be humble, but I can proudly say that no one has ever been let down by their experience here at Escape Mansion WeHo. Also, each room is fitted with multiple hidden cameras. I'll be monitoring your progress and, of course, your safety. I wish you some luck. Keep strong, and I'm sure by the end of the night, I'll get to see what's inside each and every one of you.
The voice goes into a menacing, almost inhuman laugh.
Well, what are you all waiting for? I've opened the door to the next room for you where the fun really begins. Proceed, and lastly, I'll explain a few simple rules, and we are good to go. Welcome to Escape Mansion WeHo.
Pierce whistles loudly in excitement. You heard the man, let's go. Come on, pussies, let's fucking show that creep we got the biggest balls around here. I'm not sure what you mean, Pierce, but yes, I haven't been this stoked for something in a long time. I'm not nervous anymore, Adam. I'm excited for this. I know we can do it. Lucky raises a shaking fist and scrunches up his smiling face into a determined one. Ooh, oh boy, alright, I guess this is it. Seriously, let's kick some escape room ass. With your smarts, Earl and King's experience, betcha we all make it out of here long before the 9 hours is up. We'd probably even have time to grab a drink or something after. Let's just all focus on the task at hand and we'll negotiate that after. These idiots think it's going to be easy as long as we all work together. Bart folds his arms and puffs out his burly chest. Luckily, I'm not underestimating how hard this is gonna be. Adam, you and me, we stick together, no matter what. Vince smiles as Adam and him fist bump. Why do I get the feeling tonight is going to get messy? You mean like a hot mess? Most likely. Escape Mansion WeHo the movie, starring Lars Bronson as Lars Bronson. Lars then brings down his brows and makes a faux serious face. Man, wouldn't that be the worst B-movie ever made? Anyways, gents, I think we should head on in. We've got a long night ahead of us. I feel like my accent for him is like fading in and out. Whoa! The 9 men look in amazement at the dark room laid out before them. It appeared that the entire room was sectioned into 2, possibly 3 other rooms. The room they were in specifically was almost pitch black. So dark, in fact, that they could not tell where the walls were or where one wall met another. The only thing they could see was an illuminated room separating them with a pane of thick glass. The room itself was lit brightly by white-blue fluorescent lights and was as clean as sterile looking as a clinic. Fuck, I'm stumbling over these words. Something threatening permeating the ambiance, but the group was too excited to take notice. What is this? This is all new. I've not seen this room before. Ken claps his hands together with an exhilarated expression. I mean, it's cool, totally different from the library we were just in. Not bad, I gotta admit, I'm impressed. Before we could really get settled in, the weird voice came on again.
Now that we're all here, let's go over the rules, shall we? Remember how I mentioned each room has its own puzzle to solve? Well, the rooms themselves have rules of conduct that I strictly enforce. There are 2 kinds of rooms. This, for instance, is a puzzle room. After this room, you will no longer be solving puzzles as a group. Instead, you'll separate into teams of your choice based on my rules. These rules govern what combination of you may enter a puzzle room. We'll go into the specifics of that shortly. Patience is gold, and listening is even more so. It could save your life. The other type of room are foyers like the one you pass through to get to the library. Each puzzle room is connected to a foyer that leads into another puzzle room, so on and so forth. The foyers are the only place where you will all congregate again as a group. In other words, foyers contain multiple doors to different puzzle rooms, enough for the whole fucking family. And with that, I'd like to invite our honored guest, Mr. Lars Bronson, and only Lars, to help me with a demonstration, if you please.
Lars looks around at us with a surprised but happy expression. He points to the center of his chest with his finger. Me. I'm honored. All right, what do you need me to do? The loud sound of a door opening up makes us look to the right of the glass panel. Nasty fluorescent light pours into the room. I can't stand fluorescent light.
Mr. Bronson, if you would enter the bright room, we can begin.
All right, here we go. See you guys on the other side. Lars walks toward the door, passing each one of us with all eyes locked on his broad back. Pierce pats him as he passes, and I hear Earl say, "You're good, don't worry about it." Lars stops for a sec to smile at him, I guess, and then walks through the door, which automatically shuts behind him. When Lars gets in, he starts looking around the room casually. "Hey, Lars, can you hear us?" "Yeah, I can still hear you, Adam. It's a little faint, though." Lucky and the rest of the guys start waving at him.
Excellent, let's continue. Remember how I mentioned rules? There are a few things I really hate, and one of them is people who take advantage, and another are those who make excuses.
Whoa, what the hell? The voice started sounding really fucked up. I looked over at the other guys, and some of them seemed fine, but I could definitely tell Lucky was uncomfortable.
Every room is outfitted with a death trap. If you violate the rules in any way, the death trap will activate automatically, killing everyone in the room. Neither instantly nor pleasantly.
Fierce. They've really amped it up this time around.
And of course, if you haven't escaped by the end of the 9 hours, then all the death traps will go off at once, killing any remaining guests without mercy.
Adam!
Adam!
Is this part of the scenario? It is, isn't it? Isn't it? I guess so?
And to show you I'm not fucking around, Lars is going to help me demonstrate a death trap right now.
Oh, settle down, everyone. Relax and enjoy the show. No need to get our delicates in a bunch, for heaven's sake. But something sounds off with his voice. Can we stop this for a sec? I'm not sure that I'm into this anymore. Please stop! There were 2 vents within the room occupied by Lars, and from there, after a harsh metallic sound, water started pouring in great volumes. What the... Hey, come on, this isn't funny. I haven't brought my bathing suit. Seriously, cut it out. This isn't funny anymore. This is not cool. What the fuck is happening? Amusement was slowly turning into terror for Lars as the water continued to creep up from his ankles and now midway up his calves. Fuck! Fuck! Lars was beating the glass with all his might using his bare fists. Bart was backing away from the glass with his eyes in disbelief and jaw agape. Vince and Earl were frozen to the spot. Adam, Steve, and Lucky were banging against the glass furiously, but it appeared to be made of something more. Pierce simply chuckled. This is crazy. Look how riled up all you guys are. Hey, you, shut the fuck up. This isn't a fucking joke. This is really happening. Someone's got to think of something. We have to think of something. Now. Are you fucking serious? Holy shit. He's right. We've got to do something. The door. That's right. We've got to try the door. We've got to bust it down or something. Lars, we're going to try busting down the door. You pull and we'll try bashing through. If that doesn't work, you push, kick, or whatever you think you need to, and we'll pull. I yell at Lars pressed up against the glass. The side of Lars's face is so pressed up to hear me that I can see his breath fogging up the glass. His eyes, I've never seen eyes like that. So full of fear and desperation. Good thinking. Lars runs up to the door that was on the right side of the room. I nod at Pierce, who follows me with Vince right behind. Bart was still in shock, so I had to yell out his name. We needed the biggest and strongest guys to level this door, if it was even possible. Bart looked at me all dazed. He then shook his head to clear the haze and caught up with us at the door. In the background, I could hear Lucky crying uncontrollably. You sick fuck! Just you wait. When I get my hands on you, I'll crush your fucking windpipe, you sick piece of shit! Bart was screaming at the darkness, I guess hoping our host would react. Oh god, there isn't enough room for all of us to push on this side. The door's too narrow or something. Adam, we'll push. You direct Lars. Sure, okay. I run back to the window and edge myself more to the left end of the glass pane. From there I could see Lars and kind of make out what Vince and the others were doing. Steve could only shake his head side to side like a mental patient. Lucky was on his knees sobbing while Earl and Kang tried to comfort and pull him back up to his feet. Lars was pulling the door with both arms from his side, while Vince and the others tried pushing, then ramming with their shoulders and finally kicking the door from our side. Shit, it won't budge. Lars, try pushing from your end. I move away from the glass so that the others can hear me. You guys, you need to pull now, so pull. Vince, Bart, and Pierce's grunts echoed throughout the room, but even with all that effort, the door just wouldn't give. Exhausted, the three men regrouped with the others by the window again, each one of them covered in sweat. Lars moves his hair off his face, which had gotten very damp by this point. He spits into the rising water out of frustration, bent over with hands on his thighs. Heaving, he catches breath. Goodness gracious, I'm glad everyone's incredibly immersed. However, don't you all realize I won't actually permit him to drown? Hey, fuck you, man. I don't think this is a joke anymore. Help us figure something out. Please don't fight. But Adam's right. There's got to be something we haven't tried yet. I just don't understand any of this. Why? Why are you doing this to us, you maniac? Lucky screams at our unknown host. What did we do to deserve this? What has Lars done to deserve this? Leave us alone and just let us out of here, please. Oh God, please. Well, the water is halfway up his thigh. Someone think of something. I think it's a puzzle. Look for clues. Alright, they'll give it the shot. Lars begins to expect everything he possibly could, opening every single cabinet, pulling on the strange hose apparatus, pushing wall tiles, anything. Anything, just please give him something. Lars turns around, shaking his head, his eyes pleading with the others for help. Suddenly, Lars lets out a primal scream and rushes towards the window once more. He uses his fists and smashes them over and over and over against the window. Over and over, he just wouldn't stop. The rest of the men looked on, some with tears in their eyes, as the heroic figure tried endlessly to shatter the unbreakable. The water itself continued to rise, and perhaps it was causing the electrical outlets to falter as the lights in the room started to flicker off and on. This is just cruel. Inhumane. The water had risen up to Lars' chest by this point. This is bullshit! Lars, buddy, you hit that glass for all it's worth. Don't stop fighting. You're a Hollywood hero, you can do this. Everyone started shouting at Lars, encouraging him to keep pounding away at the window. Wait. Huh? What's wrong? What is it, Lucky? Holy shit! Lucky's eyes widened so much that the whites were visible all the way around. His voice became twisted and unrecognizable with fear. Oh my God, there's someone there! What on earth are you talking on? What are you going on about, Lucky? There's nothing there. I'm not lying, just look over there. There's someone there. I'm serious, please, I'm not making this up. Just look. Look over there. There's fucking someone there behind Lars. Don't you see him? There's someone fucking over there. Holy shit, there is someone there. What the fuck? Lars! Collectively, we lost our minds. Everyone just started screaming and pointing behind Lars. Whatever it was, it definitely wasn't there before. How the hell? When did he get there? Lars finally turns around, and when he sees the figure motionless in the dark, he became completely motionless as well. The figure was hard to make out as the light kept flickering. It was behind the other glass window on the opposite side of the room. It appeared to be in a third section of the room inaccessible to the others. The figure was probably male, as he looked strong and was built like a man. But his face was concealed by what looked like a goat's head, probably a mask of some sort. Pink ooze was dripping from his neck, and finally he held firmly in his left hand a giant kitchen knife. It gleamed menacingly in what little light there was left. Come on, you coward. Get out here and fight like a man. You fucking coward. He'll fuck you up. Get your ass out here. Lars quickly swims towards the goat man using powerful thrashy breaststrokes. However, the light seemed to flicker faster and suddenly go out completely. Ah! What the fuck? The lights! Shit! Panicked yelling and the sound of furious banging overtakes the room. That was fast. Lars must be bashing on the back window. Adam and the others could make out a bit of what was going on in the drowning room by their own room's reflected light. For the most part, it was just glimmers of murky imagery and sounds of splashing. Can you guys see him in there? No, not really. I hope he's alright. It was hard to keep track of what was unfolding when all the cues were merely auditory. Then suddenly the sound of water seems to get muffled and stop altogether. There was nothing left. Nothing. Except the eeriness and uncertainty of silence. Wait, what is happening? No. The lights finally powered back on to reveal the group's worst fear. In the time the lights had gone off, the water had cascaded in, engulfing the room entirely. And in the midst floated Lars' lifeless body. The once exuberant and proud man had become a silent victim, a great tragedy. Adam and the group stared at his remains as bubbles rose from below, caressing him. It soon dawned on them that this was no longer a game, and although that had become pretty evident earlier, it had only now started to sink in. None of them were safe. They were all his prey, his scraps of meat ready to be consumed or discarded at his leisure. Adam, are you okay? No, of course not. Whatever, how could I be? Pierce, what about you, bro? How are you holding up? I still can't believe he's, dead. Lars seemed like a really cool, really good guy. He didn't deserve that. And I'm not just saying that because I wanted him or whatever. What a way to go. Pierce shakes his head solemnly and pulls his cap down just a bit lower. Was he trying to cover his eyes? Lucky's eyes had lost their shine completely. He stared at the floor blankly as if it were a giant hole like an abyss. I feel bad for him. I know we should be worried about us, but my heart just goes out to him. You know, I'm sorry to say, but there are tons of gay guys who say and do awful things, who treat other gay guys like they don't matter, but not Mr. Bronson. He would never do that. I've never seen myself being friends with a guy as attractive and charismatic as him, but he'd go out of his way to make me feel acknowledged and appreciated. I could have seen us being good friends. He was genuine, humble, strong, and caring. If a guy like Mr. Bronson couldn't make it, what chance do any of us have of making it out of here alive? Lucky. Hey, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear negative talk like that right now, okay? Yo, relax. Lucky, I know Lars seemed invincible. We all watched those same movies too, where he'd fight through armies of assassins or alien invaders, and I know he's gone now, but we can't think like that, alright? We can still make it. We still have a chance, even without Lars. Lucky sniffles a bit. How can you know that, Adam? I'll tell you in the next episode. Thank you everybody for watching. I'm going to continue this game. This is really fun, and this was not even close to where the demo ended, so I'm going to keep going at least that far. So, thanks again for watching. If you don't already follow me on Instagram and Twitter, follow me there at Mica_Manticore. Subscribe to me, please, if you haven't already. I would appreciate that very much. If you have an idea for a game you want to see me play, comment down below or hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. Same shit as before. It's in the description. And I'll play that game at my earliest convenience. And thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!